Hey guys, this is Justin with Palmetto State Armory, and today I'm going to be showing you how to install the 3.5 pound curved trigger from Custom Series. This is one of our most popular AR upgrades, and we've received a lot of questions about how to properly install it, so today we're going to go over that with you guys. So within the package, you'll receive the trigger, you'll receive 2 Allen keys, 2 set screws, as well as a brass piece that aids in the installation of the set screws. So to begin with, you'll need to take your lower off of your upper, and we'll start by removing the pistol grip as well as the safety. So in order to remove your pistol grip, you need a 3/16 hex key, and you're going to come in from the bottom, and you'll just break it loose and then completely unscrew. You can then remove your pistol grip from your lower. And you want to be careful with this because there is a spring and a detent in there. So I'll dump the screw out, I'll set up my tray over here, and then I have a spring as well as a detent. So once you remove the spring and the detent, you can then pull your safety out of the lower. Now that you've removed your grip and your safety, you can start removing the trigger pins as well. For this, I've got a 1/8 punch. And you'll just apply pressure onto the trigger pins. Be sure to keep your finger on top of the trigger or it'll go flying out. So once you remove your 2 trigger pins, your trigger will slide free. And you can set those pieces off to the side. So now that we've removed our factory trigger, we're going to start going into the installation of the 3.5 pound Custom Series trigger. And what we're going to start with on that is preparing our pins to go in. So you'll dump this package out and you'll see you have 2 pins as well as that brass piece we talked about earlier and 2 Allen keys. So you'll take your 2 Allen keys, you'll put one on either side of each pin, and then you'll use that to break the screw free. And once it's free, you can unscrew it by hand. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and take both of those off and have them open and ready to go in. And then I will take the brass piece and screw it into the first one. And this just helps you to push it through. We'll show you here in a second. And then we'll grab our trigger, and this is a drop-in trigger, so it's really easy. You don't have to do the hammer springs or anything by themselves. And we'll drop that into place and make sure that the holes are lined up. And then we'll take the brass piece first, and we will push it through. Once that pin is in, you can see it's going to hold itself in place right there. We can unscrew that brass piece, set that down, and take the next set screw, screw the brass piece in, and push that through the trigger mechanism as well. So now we're done with the brass piece. We can set that to the side, and we'll take our first set screw here, and we'll line that up and get it started by hand. And we're going to go ahead and get that hand tight, and then we'll take our Allen key here and tighten it up a little more. I'm not going to go fully tight yet because I'm going to have to work with it here in a second. And then we'll install the front one as well. So you'll get the front one started as well, and then you can tighten that one up. And then we will take our second Allen key just to hold this side in place. So now, in order to reinstall the safety, you're just going to take your safety piece here, and you'll slide it back in place in the safe position. Then you'll rotate your lower. Then you'll take your safety detent and you'll drop it in the hole right here just to the left of the pistol grip screw hole. You want to make sure that the pointed end goes down. You can take your pistol grip here and you'll take the detent spring, drop it in the hole on the pistol grip, and you want to line these up. And just as you're installing it, you just want to make sure that that spring lines up with the detent and doesn't fall out of the channel, and push them tight together. Then you'll just reinstall your pistol grip and make sure that that screw gets good and tight. So now that you've reinstalled the pistol grip and the safety, what you might see is that your trigger assembly is a little loose within the receiver. So this can cause malfunctions. So what you want to do is there's 2 set screws in the back of the trigger assembly, and those will help you take out that slop. You can see they're right here located on either side of the hammer in the rear. So you'll take the included Allen key, and what you'll do is you'll stick it in either of these, and you'll just do about a half turn each, and you'll alternate sides. What you're doing is taking that slop out until the slop is gone. And the important thing to do as well after each half turn is manipulate the safety to make sure that the safety is still actuated. And then you're just testing to make sure that all the slop's gone. So I still have a little, so I'll do another half turn to each one. And then you can see it's getting a little tighter and the safety's still able to actuate. If you over tighten these set screws, the safety will not be able to actuate. And if you get that far, you just need to make sure that you go back and undo the set screws just to the point to where the safety is able to actuate. So you can see here I don't have any slop on my trigger at the top or the bottom, but my safety is also able to actuate. So that's adjusted properly. So now that you've got your set screws properly adjusted, what you want to do is you just want to test function on the lower itself without having an upper on it. So what I'll normally do is I'll put it in the safe position and put my finger here. You never want to dry fire your trigger without an upper on it. So if you're doing that, just put your finger in front of it so it doesn't slam into the lower. And you want to pull it, make sure it doesn't work when it's on safe, and then you'll switch to fire and just ensure that that trigger properly functions. Push it back down, make sure it catches again, and just do a small function check. So now that you've installed your 3.5 pound Custom Series trigger, you can throw your favorite upper on it and head to the range and do some test fire and then enjoy your new trigger. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment below what you want to see next from us instructional wise, and please stay tuned for all of our future product releases.